I am Mr. Lok from Excel Software, and today I want to share with you the AutoCount Multi-Location Stock Module. What is AutoCount Multi-Location Stock? Usually we use it in different places where we have different stock balances. For example, now we have several branches down, so each branch has its own stock, or we have different warehouses. I have different warehouses with different stock balances. The same item, but with different stock balances. In this situation, we need to use this module called the AutoCount Multi-Location Stock Module. This AutoCount Multi-Location Stock Module, here are a few examples, usually used in different branches. It can also be IPO branches, warehouse 1, warehouse 2. So it depends on how you assign the code, how you assign your location code, there is no problem. Or for which warehouse 1, warehouse 2, warehouse 3, plan 1, plan 2, like that. Including some customers who use it to indicate which rack in the warehouse. That's also possible, but then you will have many locations. Personally, I don't really recommend it. I suggest using it for different branches or different warehouses, and that should be fine. If you want different racks, we will talk about it in the next video. There is a rack management plugin that you might consider using. So why use this multi-location? Usually it's for transferring from one location to another. So we don't have to do extra work, like having to do more work at another location. So it is a centralized management system. So it's a system to control all the stock from one branch to another branch, from one warehouse to another warehouse. So you don't have many systems operating at the same time or have to key in twice or 3 times. Sometimes the code is also different. So usually this kind of module is needed. Then finally, we can look at some reports like sales reports and stock balance reports by different locations. Since this video is too long, I will split it into 2 parts. The first part will explain some basic functions of multi-location stock, the most basic functions which I will explain. Then in the second part, we will explain some settings, so regarding some settings for the multi-location stock, and usually how they set it to be more useful. So today we will cover this part. So how to key in some new stock locations, how to key in and how to transfer from one location to another location, then how to enter its opening and view some different reports. When there are different reports, we need to select their location and some more important stock balance by location reports. So without further ado, let me show everyone how the system operates. Let me explain how the system operates this multi-location module. First, go to Tools to enable the module. Go to Tools, Program Control, Module Setting, and there will be a multi-location module here. Usually this module is only available in the Pro edition. If you have the Basic, Express Plus, or Account Plus editions, you will need to purchase this module separately. It is only available in the Pro edition and above. So once enabled, you will see 2 additional features here in the stock section: stock location maintenance and stock transfer. These 2 features are the main additions. Of course, generally you will see the original already has one called HQ location. You can add other locations. Let's say you have Penang, so you can fill in a location for Penang. As for the address, you can enter the address here, and this note can be used for later. Later, you might refer to another video. I will make a video explaining how to set up when location and project are combined. Usually, when there are multiple branches, several branches, we will set up certain things. That video will explain in more depth. This video only talks about how to control and monitor stock at different locations. So there's also KL. If you want, you can open another location called KL. So the original HQ location is generally not deleted. If you want to change this location, you can't modify it here. You need to go to Tools to change the code and change this location. In this Change Location section, you can change HQ to IPO. If you want to switch to a different location, you can directly change it here. After changing, you still need to go back here, log out and log in once because there is no refresh button. So here you can change the description. In this way, generally, it will be more convenient. So directly put the name in for this location instead of putting HQ, just directly put a date. It needs to be a meaningful location. So this is one way to do it. If you have a warehouse, then it's IP WH1 like this, warehouse 1 WH2 like this. This is another way. So maintaining those locations is just that simple. After maintaining, we will key in some sales and purchase data entries, sales and purchase data entries. So we will discuss this together with the stock transfer function. All right, because after we buy it, we can transfer it to different locations and then we make a sale. Okay, so I will discuss these three functions together. So for purchase, we just do purchase invoice. You can follow through. Usually stock in is a goods receipt note or a purchase invoice. The goods receipt note already means stock in. So today, I just want to explain the stock transfer function. I'll go directly into the purchase invoice and then we open a supplier. So you see there is a purchase location here. You can choose IPO. So this purchase location above is for accounting purposes, or for which department, which location is ordering. The one below is the receiving location. So they have two different meanings. The one above is for which location is ordering. Ordering doesn't necessarily mean it has to be sent back to this location. It can be sent to another location, which you can adjust below. Now I will assume everything is first sent to the IPO locations on September 1st. So it is already received at the IPO location, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. So that's roughly it. We'll save this order. It's 1,000. So all three items, A, B, and C, are ordered from supplier A and sent to IPO. This info you can fill in if you want. If not, you can skip it here. All right, let us show how to do some transactions. Go into the multi-location module. First, go to purchase invoice, then new. Here you can randomly add a supplier's name. Save it. Then you see the default purchase location is HQ. Default is HQ. So because of the system settings in the tools option here, actually there is a setting. If you want the default location to be somewhere, you must come in and save it once. This way, the next time you log in to the purchase invoice, by right, it will go to. But because I changed the location just now without logging out of the system, it didn't update. So if you want it to update, you must log in once. Log into the system again, and then it will refresh to IPO. And for supplier A, you can choose a few items as you like. So we randomly add 3. After adding, we perform a transaction. It is September and we received 1,000 items. For each product, we received 1,000 items. Okay, so just save it. If you want to enter the supplier's information, you can. If not, you can just skip it. So we have stocked in, and after stocking in, you can check the stock balance report. In the stock balance report, you will see a balance of 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. So now let's say my 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 is at location IPO. So if I want to transfer to two different locations, transfer to KL, Penang, 1,300, 1,400. Okay, then we do a stock transfer. Okay, here it can only transfer 1-to-1, meaning from IPO to KL. Let's say you transfer 3 items at once. You can use the search, directly transfer 3 items. Here you can transfer at the same time. Let's say this is 350. So you just transfer these 3 things directly. You see the costing. It will automatically update. Okay. That means it's okay if you fill it in incorrectly, because when we do the recalculation, we can rearrange the costing of those stock transfers. So let's say on the 5th, you transfer out, and then from location, you can open a comma indicating from which location to which location. You can save this for your future reference. So for we do one more, is from Ipoh to Penang. So Ipoh to Penang is also 3 items. You can search like this, directly take 3 items. So here 450, so we make a sample. Okay, after completing it, you can check the stock balance, and you will see that the stock balance is separated according to its location. If you want to view a single location, you can directly select the single location. So there are some settings. You can choose some settings in more option. As then we first do a sales transaction. Those invoices we Penang. So a customer, okay, this customer bought, okay, let's say added 2 items, 1 and 2, bid from Penang. So you see there will be a location here. Which location is this invoice issued from? So sometimes the invoice is issued at the Ipoh location, but the goods are picked up in Penang and the customer is in Penang. So you can set it like this. You avoid confusion. Just issue the invoice in Penang and pick up the goods in Penang. just set it back. Exactly the same is fine. So here, let's say bought 35, or 45. So the seller can put it themselves. So after setting it up, you just save it. So if it's another location, we can right click. Maybe it's the Kuala Lumpur location. Then we update the Kuala Lumpur location. You see, every time you switch, it will ask if you want to update the chill location at the same time. If you press yes, it will fill it in for you. If you press no, then you will have to fill it in one by one yourself later. And if you make a mistake, it will be troublesome. So pressing yes is more convenient, as it will confirm and help you update that location. So let's say this one also sold the 25 units, so the price is a bit higher. We'll set it like this. So the entire record comes out. So you see, for that stock balance, this report here. So earlier we mentioned there are different locations. So you can choose different locations and then you can see the balance for each location. We talk about opening balance by location. This function is how to input the stock opening. Let's say I am new and just starting to use AutoCount. How do I input this opening into AutoCount? So did I show the system before? When you get to the system here, for stock opening, you go to stock more stock maintenance. Then here you have item opening balance maintenance. Here you need to apply a filter, then press auto generate the opening balance by criteria, and then you can fill in the quantity and the costing. Okay. So for the different items, for the different items, I suggest you use Excel or use Excel. You can ask your dealer for that Excel. Okay, you can ask the dealer for this Excel and then look at it. Have prepared a sample here. So these are some pieces of information to key in. The red ones must be keyed in. The other colors you can leave blank. Those are not important. So here, look at the date format. It must be day, month, year. So the date format is very important. Usually we use last year's date. The last day or the date you bought it last year. Just enter the date you bought it last year, and then you can directly copy all the information and go back to the system. For the opening, we are at this far opening here. There is no opening function. If you want to key in the opening, you must go to Management Studio, go to the back end of our system called Management Studio, AutoCount Accounting Management Studio. So in Management Studio, log in, and there is an import function here that includes all functions, including opening, item opening. So you just place that Excel in and it will check if there are any issues. If there are no issues, you just import it. After importing, you switch back to our system. So here for the stock item opening, you apply a filter and it should appear along with the costing we imported earlier. Finally, let's look at some reports. Most of the reports require you to filter by location, so that it can print out that location. The filter by location option is in the report option. And there's also a special one, the stock balance by location report. So should we take a look at those reports? You look at all the reports, of course, as I mentioned earlier, because the key location stock is just to confirm the balance of our stock. So it is only in purchase, sales, and stocks that you have the location option to choose from. If you go to accounts like A, P, A, R, G, L, these places are for account purposes, so you won't find that column here. You won't be able to find any columns related to stock or for you to fill in the entry. So only in purchase, sales, and stock. Since it's keyed in, we can look at some data. You can go to multi-purchase analysis and such places. If you pay attention, make sure to select this multi-more option. In the more option, there will be different locations for you to choose from. It's the same with the sales report. If you want to see different sales reports, go to the options there to check if there is this location. So usually there will be, because you have already selected, and then there's also the group level. Here there's also a sales location. These options will be available. When it comes to stock, basically all stock options are available in the more options section, including the location option. These include stock balance, stock movement, and stock margin reports. If you want to see different margins for different locations, it can also be shown by location, and there is no problem with that. Then, what I want to highlight is this. These two are both called stock balance reports. Look at this stock balance report. It goes from top to bottom. When we print it out, the balance is from top to bottom. You see it is like this. You can group by location. If you want to group by location, the format that comes out is from top to bottom. If you don't want top to bottom and prefer left to right, you can use another report, stock balance by location report. Here you need to first select the option, go to more options, and first tick this stock location. After ticking, you can see it is left to right. This format is left to right, makes it easier to see the balance at which location has the stock. If that location has the stock, you can instruct your colleague to transfer it over or ask your customer to buy the product at that location. So this is one way to do it, one approach. So of course, what I didn't show everyone earlier is the stockout report. In the stockout report, you can see the movement from buying in EPO and whether there is an opening. Oh, if there is an opening, it is 100, and then buying in. Then sell, transfer out, and then transfer out. So it will reach the balance. So 100 plus 1000, its balance is 1100, and then transfer out to different locations. Then on the stock balance side, you can also see its balance costing and balance costing.
Besides that,
when we are creating an order, let's say you want to create that order, you need to check if, let's say this item, we don't have enough stock in KL. You need to check if other locations have stock. Actually, you can in stock, show instant info. Here is a stock balance. Stock balance here, you can see what goods are at different locations, whether there is stock and our stock for that customer. If you only look at this here, you won't see which location it is. You need to look here below. Show instant info to see which location the balance is at. This is not just for sales invoices. All sales documents sales purchase and stock documents, they all have this show instant info function for you to choose. So there is this function that allows you to check the quantity of that item. And when you select another item, it will show the stock balance level of that other item. So basically, that's how the basic multi-location stock module works. If you're interested in more of those multi-location settings and functions, you can refer to our second video, the multi-location stock module version 2.0 video. Thank you, everyone.